you were giving your instructions in the dressing room. You have a good, clean fight. You will obey my commands at all times. Touch him up. Good luck to both of you.
The lightning strike against the Golden Rooster. Santillán, born and raised in San Diego. Angel Ruiz, born in Culiacán, the same land that gave us Julio Cesar Chavez, moved to Tijuana, where he used to go to the same gym as Chavez. And then he lived in Bell, California since 2017. This is his second fight, fighting under Manny Robles as his trainer. And Giovanni Santillán also the second fight under Robert Garcia. And those two trainers have a great rivalry going. Southpaw versus Southpaw here in San Diego.
Don't see that often. You don't see this often.
Probably even more rare to see two Southpaw power punchers, as the crowd is already in Santillán's favor.
Santillán's going to show us tonight how strong his mind is, because it's a gift and a curse fighting at home sometimes. He's got to feed off the crowd, but not let the crowd get him out of his game plan or ahead of his game plan.
And that was the thing that I noticed Robert Garcia was telling Santillán. He motioned, like, look at all these people, and then he motioned to his kid to stay focused. Ruiz is going to come out aggressive against Manny Robles, his trainer. He said he needs to understand, and we do understand, that he's the B-side. He doesn't have a promoter. He wants to open guys' eyes that he's a talented fighter, and there's only one way to do it, and that's to knock out Santillán.
Santillán tonight, what he's doing is he's getting inside the punching power of Ruiz. That's where he needs to go. That uppercut hurt Santillán.
Wobbly legs, but Ruiz not going right after him after hurting him.
I already see a better Ruiz with Manny Robles. His defense is much tighter than it was when he got knocked out in the second round back in 2019. Along the ropes, you see him covering up. He's more thoughtful, and his punch selection is really good so far.
Santillán got to be careful of that overhand left of Ruiz, because that's his power shot.
You could see the intent behind those big shoulders of Angel Ruiz. There's power, there's lightning in those shots.
But Santillán can't do that. He can't just throw his combinations and step straight back. Ruiz is going to follow him out with that big open left hand. He needs to stay low or angle his body out.
Nice short right there by Santillán. He catches him with the left, but you see the high guard of Angel Ruiz.
Really strong jabs by both men.
10 seconds, top of the bell.
All right,
first round for both fighters.
There's a new man in the corner of both fighters. Mark Kriegel has more on the importance of these men.
Both of these fighters were raised in the game, and until recently trained by their fathers. Ruiz got knocked out a couple years back, then he went to Manny Robles. Santillán didn't lose, but there was a disputed decision to Tony DeMarco. That's when his father asked Robert Garcia to take his son. I asked the dad, it was a difficult decision. He said, no, it wasn't about my ego. It was about my son's career. And I know we talk a lot about fathers and sons, but that right there, fellas, that should be the universal standard.
It should be.
I agree with that.
It should be the way all fathers think about their sons in the ring. And Andre, there was one shot here, that left uppercut from Angel Ruiz, which really was the best shot of that first round.
That was the best shot, and it was a perfect shot because he saw it and then he just let it go. He didn't try to load up. He saw that Santillán had his hands up, but he was open through the guard. Great recognition from Ruiz and great shot.
Round two of our co-feature here on the night that will end with Emmanuel Navarrete defending his world title against Joet Gonzalez.
For Santillán, it's going to be about smart pressure. That's what it's going to be about. He needs to come behind his jab, keep a tight guard, and press forward, because the weakness that I saw by watching film was I did my homework. Ruiz does not like fighting going backwards.
Nice flurry from Santillán, but the defense of Ruiz is pretty solid.
Yeah, a couple of those shots got through on Ruiz, but he's watching. He's looking for another one of those uppercuts to land, and he's very poised on the inside. Very impressive based on what I've seen tonight, as opposed to the film study that we've been watching, because Ruiz normally has his chin up in the air, and I haven't seen that yet.
He is watching. Great defense. But what he does when he keeps those hands at home like that, Santillán is piling up points, looking for shots, but at the same time, Ruiz is putting his hands inside his pocket. Just like that.
Santillán getting the crowd into it. Nice short left around the guard of Angel Ruiz. And now, once again, it's Ruiz with a strong left. You could see the power when Ruiz lets his hand go and lands.
Man, what I'm seeing right now is Santillán being aggressive and just landing a straight left hand on the side of Ruiz's head. That's what I'm seeing. He's dominating right now on the inside.
Santillán just letting his shots go. No shot in particular. He's just throwing, and he's landing where he can. And even the shots that are landing on the arms and the guard of Ruiz, those start to pile up too. They start to wear you down over time.
Nice body work now from Angel Ruiz. They're talking a little bit to one another. They sparred 4 rounds 3 or 4 years ago. Ooh, nice body shot there with the left from Ruiz. And Santillán always has something coming back. It's volume over power at this stage of the game.
See, I like the blend of styles from his father, Santillán. Santillán can box. He also can box, but I like the fact that he can brawl too now, training at Robert Garcia's gym. Look at that.
That nice stick from Santillán as the bell comes, and they both land after the bell. The crowd's excited here in San Diego, California, as is our own Tim Bradley. And Tim, the left hand for both fighters has been key so far. Ruiz hurt Santillán in the first round with the left uppercut, and in the second it was Santillán landing that left.
Yeah, it's all about creating space. You know, when you're in close clinches, nice little bump, bop, there you go. That's a beautiful move right there. The referee didn't see that push off right there. It's fair game. Using the shoulder just to create just a little space so he can turn over that short left hand in the inside. The veteran tactic, and that was learned inside the gym at Robert Garcia's.
He was Jose Ramirez's main sparring partner for the Josh Taylor fight. And for this fight, he was working with Mikey Garcia until he found out that he was going to be facing a southpaw. And then Santillán started working with southpaw sparring. So, Dre, you're forced to learn when you're in against elite level competition like that.
Of course, I mean, if you're a true fighter, you know, because sometimes elite competition in a gym can run you off. It's not the case with Santillán. You're seeing the benefits with his skill, but also his mindset. He seems more sure about himself, and that's what you need if you're in the corner of Santillán tonight.
Double right hook there from Giovanni Santillán, and there's a nice right once again from Ruiz, who answers and then digs to the body with the left hook.
I really don't think Ruiz is trying to win that volume game that Santillán is playing. I think he's looking and processing what's happening while he's catching those shots. He just wants to land that one big shot. And I think he's willing to give up rounds to get that shot.
I think that's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. As you can see, Santillán already recognizing what he's trying to do. Brought that hand up and made that adjustment from that right hook of Ruiz.
That left hand is finding a home, and so's the right downstairs. There you see that same shot that worked from in the second. He's setting up behind the ear of Angel Ruiz. So Santillán putting in work, efficiency, as well as accuracy.
Accuracy, efficiency, and he's being patient and selective with his shots. He's just not throwing caution to the wind. Santillán is aware of what he's doing, and plus, he's defensively sound at the same time.
You see that double left hand once again landing on the ear of Angel Ruiz. Nice uppercut now from Giovanni Santillán.
The uppercut is there for Ruiz. He just has to throw it.
He lands a right hook instead, does Angel Ruiz. Dre, this fight has the feel of one punch can change it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, and that one punch will probably come from Ruiz if it comes at all. Santillán is building up points, and he could wear down Ruiz and get him late in this fight, but Ruiz is looking for nothing but a knockout right now.
There's that right uppercut from Santillán.
Just spoke with Robert Garcia. This is a little bit different, Santillán, and his instructions were back this guy up, throw combinations. Again, it's a different Santillán than we've seen before.
Well, he was already more aggressive in his first fight with Robert Garcia against Cecil McCullough, June 26th, and he knows that Angel Ruiz, just like Tim Bradley pointed out, has no choice but to come forward because his game moving back is non-existent.
See, this is technical aggression. At the same time, you got to have boxing ability to know how to technically walk a guy down, come behind your jab, stay defensively sound, and that's what we're seeing from Santillán. It's a blend between both styles.
Giovanni Santillán and Angel Ruiz warming things up for tonight's main event between Emmanuel Navarrete and Joet Gonzalez.
Oye, que me estás quedando combinaciones. Él busca esa fuerte.
Ooh, right elbow, right on the nose of Ruiz. The referee didn't see that. He was on that side and didn't see that elbow that was thrown.
He saw it. He just didn't call it.
Well, he should have called that. But, I mean, everything's happening so fast, you know.
Yeah, we have the privilege of slowing it down, but I'm sure in real time it looked like he came through with the shot.
Well, it's creating space, like I'm telling you. It's occupying, it's pushing off, it's framing the shot. Bow, the uppercut that he's looking for.
Robert Garcia telling Giovanni Santillán, continue to be intelligent, but continue to do your job. Round 4 of a scheduled 10-round co-main event here in San Diego, California. Ruiz grew up in Tijuana, which is just 20 miles down, right on the border, and Santillán was born and raised right here in San Diego, so the crowd is hyped.
Got a jab in the hands.
Little trip there between the two southpaws looking to establish that outside lead foot.
I think Santillán has done a great job so far of entertaining the crowd, pleasing his coach, and staying within himself and staying with the game plan.
There was a nice right hand that caught Angel Ruiz either taking a step forward or off balance because he wobbled a little bit, but recovered immediately.
Just spoke with Manny Robles. What are you telling your fighter? He says, look for the counter, particularly the uppercut, right off the combinations. As soon as he stops punching. Easier said than done, fellas.
Absolutely, and that's what Angel Ruiz is realizing, that he knows what he wants to do, but Santillán's giving him no choice or no space to do it. There's a nice lead uppercut from Santillán.
But he worked it around first and then came up, man. Just creative combinations from Santillán. Looking impressive tonight.
Nice body work from Angel Ruiz. But it's becoming few and far between what Angel Ruiz is doing here. Now he finally lets a three-piece go, but not much of it landed cleanly.
Yeah, then he got to recharge after that too, because those are heavy shots that he's throwing. Santillán is using speed. He's changing the tempo.
The problem for Ruiz is that Santillán's not slowing down. In his mind, he's saying, okay, slow down so I can get my shots off. And he's not. He's picking up the pace.
That is correct, Andre. And this is a situation where Giovanni Santillán is growing exponentially right in front of our eyes against an aggressive southpaw power puncher. He's matching him and overpowering with his volume.
Break it in your own. Break. Come on, let's go. Break. 2 step back. Hands free. Hands free. Stop. Stop. Hey. Come over. Box.
Gio is what the crowd is yelling for Giovanni Santillán. Ooh, nice counter right there from Ruiz, who just waited for the moment and struck like a cobra. But this has been a Giovanni Santillán round, and once again he finishes it with Angel Ruiz in retreat. Let's listen in to Angel Ruiz's corner. Manny Robles will have the word.
Hey, ¿cómo se siente?
How do you feel?
Hábleme, ¿cómo se siente?
Speak to me. I'm good. Come on, man. You're laying back. Come on, man. What's going on with that desire? Come on, you got to take the impetus forward. Come on. You can't be going backwards.
See Santillán doing what he's been doing all night, working the inside, but this time he took what Ruiz gave him, which was the right uppercut, not once, not twice, but 5 or 6 times. If Ruiz is not going to do anything different, Santillán has to keep throwing that same shot. Make me stop. Make me change and do something different. Ruiz just couldn't do it.
We talked about the matchup between Robert Garcia and Manny Robles. Manny was telling us, I've got the upper hand so far in our matchups, and Robert Garcia is looking to get one back tonight with the hometown fighter Giovanni Santillán as he works his corner to perfection. Ooh, nice counter right hand from Giovanni Santillán. Things are getting heated up here in round number 5. Nice body shot from Santillán, switching things up.
Still a lot of fight left, fellas. It's only the 5th round.
And you saw Angel Ruiz put his glove together, inviting Santillán to get into a war. And this is where Santillán has to use his head. And on the inside, though, Tim, you mentioned it earlier on, he's been unstoppable as he connects a beautiful right upper that sends the liquid flowing.
Absolutely, and look at his head placement. It's on the side. So Santillán kept his head on the actual shoulder of Ruiz. He was able to land those shots.
Nice left hook on the inside that's been there all night long for Giovanni Santillán. Angel Ruiz trying to now connect 2 uppercuts, but you see the head movement of Santillán keeping him at bay, and now here comes the attack. Woo. You see the strength with which Santillán is able to keep him down.
Did you see that?
Yes, that's why I mentioned it, Tim.
That's head control. Wherever the head goes, the body follows. Head control, sticking that lead arm out, guiding him where he wanted him.
There's that 1-2 once again from Santillán.
Santillán just bullying Ruiz, to your point, Bernardo, on the inside. And that's also difficult to deal with. You're getting beat on the outside, mid-range, and then on the inside, I'm a bully you and show you that I'm the big dog.
Ooh, what a nice way to turn and connect that uppercut.
Caught a shift right there. Shift to one side, bam, right to the solar plex.
Santillán is connecting with every punch in the book, and he's not being robotic. He's not telegraphing anything. He's keeping Angel Ruiz guessing every moment in the ring.
Like I said before, fellas, it's the best I've seen Santillán, not just because of what he's doing, but his body language. He seems like a sure fighter to me tonight. He knows what he wants to do, and he's executing.
Right out of it. Here you go.
Angel Ruiz tries to answer, but Giovanni Santillán says, if that's all you got, you're going to take another 2-piece before you go back to your corner. Jim, there was a lot to like from what Giovanni Santillán did here in round number 5 as we're at the halfway point of this fight.
Look, this is what I'm talking about. Creativity right here. You usually don't see punches like this. Nice body shot inside, over the top. Under and over. Under and over. Beautiful beautiful uppercut. You want to lay your head down in the inside, Ruiz? Okay, I got some uppercuts for you. See, this is what happens when you keep your head, when you put those earphones on, put that high guard defense, you leave the middle exposed, especially when you're leading forward. It's a perfect angle for your opposition to land an uppercut. In this case, Santillan landed an uppercut against Ruiz.
Take it down, Mount
Adentro, aprovecha, open.
Ramirez is hunting me again.
I didn't want to say anything.
I did.
I didn't want to put that in your subconscious, Tim.
Ruiz.
Well, Ramirez did spar Santillan for this fight, and you can see the quality sparring. Actually, that was for the last fight that Santillan and Jose Ramirez had against Josh Taylor, but all that quality work inside the gym, it really makes you a more aware fighter. It makes you a more focused fighter because you cannot afford to make those mistakes in the gym, and it's muscle memory when you come into the fight.
Exactly right.
It forces you to step your game up, Bernardo, or you'll get ran out of that gym or just get beat up from day to day. And you got to make up your mind that, hey, I'm not going to sit here and just take it. I got to raise my game to compete, and that's what it looks like Santillan has done.
The best thing that I heard in that meeting yesterday was he said that Coach Robert Garcia told me when I was getting in the gym for the first time, he said, you want to be the best one in here. That's your job. You want to be the best man in there.
He said, we're a team, but we're all competitive, so you want to be the best guy in here. And when you have that type of attitude, sometimes that's what a fighter needs, somebody else to believe in him, and the different voice other than his father, who had been with him from the beginning, to give him that boost. And you can see, Dre, just how much that has helped his confidence, his body language, and his execution.
Well, it was the right recipe at the right time for Santillan's career. And to Mark Kriegel's point, kudos to his father, because it's an extremely hard thing to do, to detach yourself from being the lead guy and to step back and allow your son to work with someone else. But it's paying dividends for Santillan thus far.
Absolutely, we can see the difference that Robert Garcia made, but none of it could have happened if his dad wasn't willing to relinquish control.
Yeah, more fathers need to take this as an example, as Ruiz lands a solid right hand. Now he digs to the body and the top of the head. This is probably the best moment we've seen from Ruiz since round number 1, and yet there's always something coming back from Santillan.
Everything Ruiz does, Santillan has an answer. And Ruiz tries to answer, but Santillan has another answer.
And there you see the frustration in Ruiz trying to move Santillan and push and bully him back, because that's exactly what he's been a victim of the entire night so far. Not both guys digging to the body.
See, a lot of times guys want to wrestle back, but that wears you out. Just stay relaxed. Keep your hands tight. Be tight on your defense. Don't be complacent, but stay relaxed. Let them throw you around.
Ooh, nice right hand there from Angel Ruiz. Will that build his momentum here moving forward?
Unnecessary, right? No tiene que ser compensa, tiene que seguir moviéndose. Viene el 7. Faltan 4 rounds. You're doing good. You're winning the fight, but it's still tough, right? So he's still getting.
Ruiz has been getting outclassed, but he's still fighting back. He's got that high guard. He ate a shot, but he gave a shot of his own and landed a right hook behind it. Right jab that barely touched Santillan. Straight left that clearly touched Santillan, and a grazing shot that also hit Santillan. Good sequence from Angel Ruiz. Just not enough of that type of offensive power.
Hard right. You know what I mean? Do it.
Overlooking looking over our fighter meeting notes, Angel Ruiz was saying, look, Santillan needs a lot of uppercuts, and I've been working on that. I was working on attacking all the time behind my defense and counterpunching. It's been the uppercut of Santillan that's been doing the most damage tonight. Look at the punches.
It's funny when fighters have history and they know each other. We saw this earlier in the night with cash flow. Sometimes fighters think, oh, he's the same way that he was the last time I saw him. And, you know, Santillana's just grown leaps and bounds. And we're seeing that here tonight.
So I noticed something. Anytime you see Ruiz punch with Santillana, he has success. He needs to punch with him. As soon as he lets those hands go, he's a sharp puncher. Let his hands go right down the middle. Santillana's head's going to be right there.
Manny Robles tells me that Ruiz hurt his left hand early in the fight. He says, listen, you got two choices here. You can throw the right or we can quit. I think you see what the answer is.
And we remind you that he had issues with ligament damage in his left hand, had a medical procedure to fix it after his stoppage loss to Javier Flores, and that was in October 2019. He had the procedure done, and then he decided to have the cast removed by the doctor, broke it in the first sparring session, and still decided to fight. So Ruiz is tough, but with two hands, he couldn't deal with Giovanni Santillana. With one hand, it's a tall order.
Look, this is what we have to deal with being a fighter. It's not like any other sport. This is why boxing is considered the hardest sport in the world. Because we can't go back into the dressing room and get an x-ray on our hand. We can't stop the fight. Either you want to quit in the corner or you continue to fight with a broken hand.
And he's throwing it. He's throwing caution to the wind and saying it may be broken. Doesn't matter to me. I'm going to hit you with it. There's that right hand from Ruiz. He's still throwing that left uppercut.
Stop, stop, stop. Two step back, 2 step back. Let's go.
That's some great reporting work from Mark Kriegel getting us that information and knowing how hard it is for corners to be honest about these things, but the left hand from Giovanni Santillana shaking Angel Ruiz.
Just steady shots from Santillana. He's raining down uppercuts, straight lefts, body shots, and Ruiz just doesn't have a lot of answers, and the left hand is hurt. Obviously, that's putting him in a tough spot as well.
You see the left eye of Santillana now getting not only a mouse, but some inflammation, as is the right eye for Santillana, but nothing to worry about, it would seem. And the right hand of Angel Ruiz now starting to be let go because that's all he's got. Let's listen in to Manny Robles and Angel Ruiz.
Bien, 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 vamos.
Good job.
3 rounds.
Only 3 rounds left.
¿Cómo se siente?
How do you feel?
Quedan 3 rounds. ¿Cómo se siente? What's up? Ah, come on, bro. Come on, hay que enseñar. Vamos, vamos, vamos. I got it, I got it, Larry. Respire, jale aire. Sí, jale aire. ¿Oyó? Vamos. Mira, mijo, te estás
quedando. Did you hear that? Let's go. You're just standing there. Come on, move your waist. Don't get punished. It's not necessary. You can do this. Come on, don't stand there. I want you to look for that counter. Let your hands go. Pop and then move. I know your left hand's hurt, but don't think about that. You have 2 options. Do you want to stop this? No, let's go. You saw the California commission official come up and ask Manny Robles if he wanted to stop it. He says no, neither did Angel Ruiz. So we're here in round number 8, a scheduled 10-round fight. Bernardo Osuna alongside Timothy Bradley and Andre Ward. Mark Kriegel doing great reporting work tonight.
Listen, I've been here before, okay? I fought with broken ribs, hands. You got to make a choice. As you can see, Ruiz has made the choice to stay in this fight. You got to understand what's at stake for Ruiz. He don't have a promotional contract. He doesn't have a promoter, anybody backing him. This is his opportunity. This is his shot to get a promoter on his team to be able to make some serious money.
And this is a chance for Santillana to prove that he needs to be considered among the best at 147 pounds, to be elevated into the rankings. And that's exactly what this fight means for the hometown fighter, Giovanni Santillana, who continues to press forward. And Angel Ruiz starting to get busy with that right hand, but there he gets punished with 2 lefts.
I think Ruiz at this point, fellas, is trying to look for a way and find a way and search for a way to survive these next 2.5 rounds.
Man, he got to continue to fight. That's what he got to do. He got to think about his situation. That's what he has to think about. He has to forget about that hand and fight.
What he can't forget about is the defense, because Giovanni Santillán is throwing everything at him, and most of it is landing at this point.
This is why your lead hand, whether you're a southpaw or right-handed, is so important, developing your jab, because if you lose a hand, you can win a fight with a jab if you've worked it and developed it, and it's a skillful, knowledgeable punch that you use. If not, it's very, very difficult to win a round if your backhand is injured.
Big combinations there from Giovanni Santillán. So Angel Ruiz did what he needed to do. He stepped on Santillán's hand and trying to land a couple shots. When he was knocked out, that's exactly how the opponent did it to him. Stepped on his foot and put him away. There you see the uppercuts from Giovanni Santillán. Ruiz has only one option, to land a huge right hand here over the next 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Santillán just putting in work. My man put his hard hat on, brought his lunch pail, and he is putting in some overtime.
Yeah, that's a blue-collar performance from Santillán all the way.
This is a flurry, and the referee's going to have to take a look at Angel Ruiz in the next few seconds, because he just can't allow him to take these huge shots with nothing coming back.
2 step back, 2 step back. 10 seconds, stop at the bell. 10 seconds, stop at the bell. Time.
See, man, all right? No mas. Remember, he's still throwing punches, right? Watch that. His right hook. He still has a dangerous hook, right? Sigue inteligente, siga moviendo la cabeza.
On the inside, you see here, Santillán, look at his eyes. Shoulder again, bump, boom. Right hand over the top. That's actually an illegal move that he's using. It really is. But he's doing it so smooth and so quick, the ref is not recognizing it. And the combinations right here at the end of this round really got the ref's attention, and I'm sure it got the corner, Manny Robles, it got his attention as well on if he should stop this fight or not.
Yeah, the commissioner was looking on, and the referee, Jerry Cantu, went over there to take a look himself, because he did not like what he saw at the end of round number 8. Just the number of punishing shots adding up and piling on from Giovanni Santillán, who's looked the best I think he's ever looked as a professional tonight.
There's going to be a long 6 minutes for Ruiz right here. I think that hand has had enough, and he's taking a lot of punishment. He's still trying to bite down and get through it, but he's looking shaky in spots now, whereas early in the fight and midway through the fight, he didn't. I think Santillán needs to keep pouring on the punishment to try to get that stoppage in front of his home crowd.
Yeah, he's got to keep that left hand up just like he did there, because the only shot that his opponent has is a right hook. But man, those uppercuts from Santillán continue to do damage.
Stop out, 2 step back, 2 step back, 2 step back.
I think Santillán is getting close to that stoppage. He lands that right shot and then follows up.
And guys, let's give Ruiz a ton of credit for the courage he's showing so far tonight. On this fight card, we've had several fighters come in here, starting off with Daryl Jones, and then it was Juan Mendez who took some serious punishment on this card and gave their opponents all they could handle. Same thing here for Angel Ruiz, who is still game despite the hand injuries.
Yeah, much respect to Ruiz. I don't think people realize how easy it is to check out and just give a little look to the trainer to make him stop the fight instead of going through everything Ruiz has gone through in this fight. So you're right, Bernardo, much respect to Ruiz.
Yeah, you see the damaging shots once again from Giovanni Santillán.
Don't push, don't push it.
It's that instinct of it's either you or me.
Man, we modern day gladiators. That's what we are. That's what fighters are, modern day gladiators. He's fighting through the pain right now. He's doing well this round as well. He's having his moments. Look at him.
That right hook, that's the only good hand he's got left. And Angel Ruiz, he's digging deep. He's thinking about being in the same gym as Julio Cesar Chavez and the great Mexican legend, calling him buff guy and saying, come on, you can do this. His father was a fighter, and now he's got Manny Robles in there guiding his career. But Santillan is just proven to be on another level tonight.
If I'm in Ruiz's corner, I'm telling him to go to the body. I want those hands to come down from Santillan. So that way we can set him up with something over the top. Keep hitting his body, son. That's what I'll be screaming.
There's only one round left. We're not winning this fight. You need the knockout. You need to go look for it. Close this fight with dignity. Come on, be strong. You hear me? Close your guard, but leave it all in the ring.
Keep using that jab. All right, keep using that jab.
He's going to come out throwing bombs.
Yeah.
Don't try and bang with him. There's no need to. You're winning the fight easy.
They know he needs to win by knockout, right? So don't take chances, right?
Bien tapadito, use
Vamos,
the jab.
let's go, bien tapadito.
Use the jab, bro.
No te confíes.
10th and final round of tonight's co-feature in San Diego, California. Hometown fighter Giovanni Santillan fighting here at the Pachanga Arena in San Diego, California. He's giving his fight fans a lot to cheer about, and they're with him right now. Angel Ruiz just got caught there with the left, and then a three-piece from Giovanni Santillan, who wants to close the show. Santillan pouring it on here in round number 10.
Santillan is not listening to his corner. He's taking chances. Ruiz still has a big right hook.
Spoke to Manny Robles. He said he gave no thought, nor did his fighter, of stopping the fight. I don't think he's seriously hurt. I did tell him he needs a knockout. Move it ahead.
Nice right hook there from Ruiz, answered by a two-piece from Santillan.
Stop. No push. Just step back. Let go.
You can see the fatigue on Angel Ruiz, who is just looking for a way to finish this 1 minute and 40 seconds on his feet. Big flurry from Santillan, and Ruiz trying to answer. Double right hook there from Santillan.
So here comes Ruiz. So you can tell that the hand of Ruiz has gone numb. Now he's using it. That's what happens. You hurt your hand, it goes numb, and then you're able to use it again.
Nice right hand from Giovanni Santillan.
Let go. There you go.
Now Ruiz trying to do some damage with the only good hand that he has, as he also lands the left. It's all courage and heart from Angel Ruiz and Giovanni Santillan. He says, let's finish this fight the way we started it, going toe-to-toe, and I'm gonna get you or you're gonna get me.
Santillan showed that he wasn't just mentally focused, but that he was in great shape tonight. He never faded. He never needed a second win. His first win was enough. He's been pouring it on all night long.
And there's no better way to close this fight than to let the fans take it home. There you go. The crowd is on its feet. as both fighters meet in the center of the ring and show sportsmanship after what was 30 minutes of non-stop action. Giovanni Santillán put on the performance of his career in this duel of southpaws against Angel Ruiz. And Tim, they deserve the standing ovation tonight.
Absolutely. Both these guys fought with a lot of heart tonight. Santillán put on a sensational performance. He got my attention. He got my attention. I believe that he's a threat in the welterweight division. Believe it or not, Santillán is a threat. He has creative combinations. He has good speed. He changes his rhythm up. He's a southpaw. He's a big southpaw at that. He can pressure you. He can outbox you. There's a lot to like about Santillán, and he's a new fresh meat, I would say, at welterweight division.
He put on a great performance tonight. He earned everything that's coming his way. And, you know, there's no pressure like fighting at home. It's different than any type of pressure getting in the ring, but there's no joy like getting the job done, pleasing the people, and then hearing that last roar before you exit the ring and go celebrate with your people.
We talked about the fact that getting into the ring in front of your hometown crowd can be a blessing or a curse. Well, tonight, it was all love for Giovanni Santillán, and he earned every second of that acclaim.
Listen, all action from the start, from the very start. And I knew this fight was going to be a sensational fight, because when you have two southpaws, let me tell you, somebody got to get aggressive. And tonight, both guys got aggressive in spots. But Santillán showed that he's levels to this game. He showed that the work at Robert Garcia's has paid off with this performance tonight. Beautiful uppercuts, beautiful left hands over the top, good movement. He was responsible with his defense as well. Just a sensational performance by Santillán.
It's a great feeling when you're a new team and you guys are trying to improve and grow, and everybody's watching to see if the relationship is going to work, and then you start to pay dividends and bear fruit of that relationship. And that's what Santillán and the Garcia team, they're doing right now. And it's only been 2 fights. I'm looking forward to seeing more from these teams.
Did Robert Garcia guide his fighter to a victory over a Manny Robles fighter? Mark Chinook with the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside Pechanga Arena, San Diego, big round of applause for these two incredible warriors. After 10 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Edward Hernandez scores the bout 99-91. Dr. Lou Moret and Alejandro Rochin score the bout 100-90. For your winner by unanimous decision, from right here in San Diego, California, Giovanni Gallo de Oro Santillán.
The Golden Rooster could be the Golden Goose for San Diego, California moving forward. Mark Kriegel is with the winner, Giovanni Santillán.